Hello friends, welcome to Mysteries of the World friends. On April 28, 2021, the space agency NASA's spacecraft Parker Solar Probe became the first spacecraft in the world to touch the sun. This was an astonishing piece of news. How could a spacecraft go so close to the sun? Why didn't it melt? What did it see in the sun? Now I will explain all of this to you, friends. The Parker Solar Probe was built specifically so that we could learn about the sun and understand it better. Its mass was 735 kilograms, and its size was about the same as a small car. That means the spacecraft was not extremely big or heavy, but it is still considered one of the most powerful spacecraft in history. It is also the fastest spacecraft in the world, reaching speeds of about 690,000 kilometers per hour. Its name was given after Dr. Eugene Parker, who conducted extensive research on the sun. Friends, the spacecraft did touch the sun, but the question is, why didn't it melt? The first reason is that this spacecraft did not land on the sun. The sun is not a solid object like the moon. The sun is a ball of gases and plasma that are held together by gravity. Now the question again is, how did the spacecraft go so close to the sun and still not melt? Friends, the spacecraft reached inside one of the sun's layers called the corona. This is the outermost layer of the sun. This layer is extremely hot, with temperatures reaching 2 to 3 million degrees Fahrenheit. But here we must understand that heat and temperature are different things. In this layer, although the temperature is very high, the hot particles are spread very far apart. Because of this, only a small number of hot particles touch the spacecraft. So even though the temperature was extremely high, the spacecraft did not feel as much heat because the particles were widely spread. In addition to this, the spacecraft had a very advanced heat shield called TPS thermal protection system. Eventually, the spacecraft entered the sun's corona layer. The video you are seeing is actually footage from inside the sun's outer layer, the corona. Humans have always tried to understand the sun, but we never imagined that we would be able to observe this amazing creation of Allah so closely. Friends, there's another very interesting thing. The solar wind coming out of the sun. It is like a gas that moves rapidly away from the sun, similar to a strong wind. This wind travels at speeds of about 2.7 million kilometers per hour. Just imagine the scene around the sun. The solar wind is extremely important for our lives. The wind coming from the sun helps protect us from cosmic rays coming from the galaxy. Now you will hear the sound of the solar wind that this spacecraft recorded. But one thing is important. This is not the same kind of sound we hear on Earth, because sound waves cannot travel easily in space due to the lack of a medium. Scientists actually analyzed the data collected by the spacecraft, such as frequency and amplitude, and converted that data into sound. Earlier, we already knew about solar wind, but we did not know where exactly it comes from. The spacecraft helped scientists discover that solar wind actually originates from the sun's corona layer. Solar wind was first discovered by Dr. Eugene Parker, and the spacecraft Parker Solar Probe was named after him. The Parker Solar Probe mission was truly a landmark in human history. How much more we will learn about the sun? This will only be revealed in the future. Subscribe for more.